fantasy football studs, duds, and sleepers. Week 11 is almost here, and that means we're about a month away from fantasy football playoffs. Crazy. So hopefully, our weekly list of studs, duds, and sleepers will help you win a key game this week in your push for a playoff berth. Don't forget to look at USA Today's sports rankings, and good luck. This is an easy call. Start QBs who play the Patriots. The Rams have allowed the fifth most fantasy points per game to running backs this year, per ESPN. And I wouldn't worry too much about Latavius Murray's Week 10. McKinnon is still the guy to start with, so much more upside. Dude proved last week that he was matchup proof in that decisive win over the Broncos. With Chris Hogan continuing to miss time, Cooks is a perpetual stud, even with Rob Gronkowski around. This is all about facing the Broncos, who are terrible at defending tight ends. Don't forget that he saw 6 targets last week, even if he caught just one pass. The volume is there. It's hard to recommend any passer facing the Steelers, but Mariota still hasn't done much to impress, even with last week's 51 yards on the ground. Even if this was a good matchup, I'd be nervous about starting him at all. Sort of like Mariota, you start to worry about him in general regardless of the matchup. This week, he faces the Broncos, which doesn't help either. The Eagles aren't all that great against the pass, but I'm concerned about Bryant's health coupled with last week's 39-yard game. He's certainly not bench-worthy this week, but my expectations are lower than usual. The Saints are so good at shutting down opposing tight ends that I'd avoid Davis even in what could be a high-scoring game. I'll wait until you're done laughing. Just take a look at the Chiefs' passing defense numbers, and you'll realize this is a sneaky good matchup. If you're in a 2 QB league or need a bye week fill-in, try him. Finally, a Dolphins running back scored. After an 82-yard week that included that touchdown against the Panthers, he'll face the Bucs, which is an extremely enticing matchup. Touchdowns in 3 straight weeks including 2 back-to-back monster games. Tennessee's pass D is leaky, so I think his numbers will be solid WR2-like at the very least. The Browns have given up the second most TDs to tight ends, and although he hasn't scored since October 22, he could find the end zone this week.